It took a long time to clean Thomas properly, and the twins kept teasing him until Edward told them to stop. A party of railway enthusiasts are coming soon, he said. I shan't bring them unless you behave. Bill and Ben were excited. Enthusiasts always made a fuss of them and took their photographs. When? They squeaked. Edward smiled and winked at Thomas. Next week, he said. But if you don't behave. Bill and Ben promised they would. Is it next week? They asked Thomas each morning. Thomas enjoyed keeping the twins in suspense. Next week never comes, he would answer mysteriously. Bill and Ben weren't worried. They kept urging their crew to polish them. What's the hurry? Men laughed. Those enthusiasts aren't gonna eat their breakfast of you, you know. No, Ben whispered. But they might if it were Thomas. The twins thought this was a huge joke. It was lucky that Edward and Thomas weren't there to hear it. At last the day came, and the drivers and firemen agreed to give the engines an extra polish. They were sparking when Thomas arrived with his special trains. Many of the enthusiasts had notebooks, and almost all of them had cameras. Bill and Ben didn't know which way to look, but they loved all the attention they were getting. Then the visitors queued up for a ride in either Bill or Ben's cabs. The cabs were low, and several of the visitors forgot to duck, but they didn't seem to mind. The enthusiast's visit was almost over when a shunter came running up with a message. A ship needs moving. before the tide goes down," he said. "One of you see to it, please." Ben went at once, and most visitors went too, to watch. One man stayed. He had a camera which took instant pictures. "Just one more," he kept saying. Even Bill was tired of him. The photographer screwed his camera to a tripod and pointed it at Bill. "This is it," he said. "What a picture!" Ben's fireman ran up. "Ben needs help," he said. "The ship's going aground. He can't move it on his own. We can't wait any longer." He turned a tap, and with a hiss and a roar, Bill vanished in a cloud of steam. At that moment, the photographer pressed a button. When the steam cleared, Bill was hurrying off to help his twin. The photographer peeled the cover from his instant picture. He looked at it and threw it away in disgust. Quickly, the engines were coupled together. "When I say heave, heave," instructed Ben. "1, 2, 3, 4, heave. Come on, shh, shh, shh. Come on, shh, shh, shh," puffed the engines. The cable tightened and stretched. At last, with a shudder, the ship slid off the mud. Towed by the engines, it glided out into deeper water. Bill's driver found the discarded photograph on the ground by the rails. All it showed was a cloud of steam with, very dimly, Bill's funnel at the top. He showed it to Bill. "What a picture," remarked Bill, to no one in particular.